Hey YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roman, and before I begin, can you please hit the like button? Can you please subscribe? And once I'm done, can you please drop a comment below? Let me know what you thought, if you agree, disagree, if you have an opinion. I always appreciate the comments in the box below. Let's get started. Man, this first story I want to talk about, Quawan Bobby Charles, 15-year-old, found dead in a sugarcane field in Louisiana. So let's get into this story. Quawan Bobby Charles recently had moved from living with his mother, and I believe she lived in Youngsville, Louisiana, and he moved to Baldwin, Louisiana, to go and stay with his father. His father had said that he had, started wanting to have father and son talks. He was getting to that point in his life where he was interested in, himself. I don't want to say maybe biologically, I don't know, but his father had stressed that he had relocated because he was at a pivotal point in his life where he was, becoming into himself. And so they recognized that it was important for him to go live with his dad. So he moved with his father, and a couple of things to know. He had saved enough money starting at the beginning of this year to buy him a computer. So just to let you know some of his work ethic, I found that to be credible for a 15-year-old boy. He also received a dog from a friend of his, and the dog, he loved him so dearly, he named him My Baby. And so he took him everywhere with him, and he played with him, and that sort of became like his baby. He was attached to him. So on October 30th, Quawan left his father's home with his friend, a 17-year-old boy named Gavin Irving. And the mother, Gavin's mother, Janet Irving, drove Gavin along to pick up Quawan from his father's house. Now, the father wasn't there. The father had left and went to the store for something. So the father had no idea his son had left, and he even went with this parent. Nor did she even try to get permission, go in the house. Is your parents there, to find out, is it okay for you to come? So he left, and he went over to, his friend's home. So when the father got home and realized his son wasn't there, and, I think maybe a couple of hours went by, him and his mother reported the son missing. And so on that day, October 30th, when he reported him missing, the police, when they showed up, the first thing they said was, maybe he ran away to see a football game at the stadium. Is he a troubled young man? Has he ever gotten in trouble in the past? This is what he said. No issuing of an Amber Alert, no, at least notifying the local news media, letting the community know to be on alert if you see a young man, please call us at this number. He is being reported missing by his parents. None of that went on. Simply those two questions. So some time went on, a couple of days went by. So the family, the mother, was contacted by this third party, because now, mind you, they didn't even know that their son had left with this lady or this young man to go play with his house, nor did the lady call them and say, hey, your son is here and he left. Now, what I find interesting is that you picked him up and brought him to your house. You know what I mean? So if he was, you were responsible for him at that time. So the third party let them know that Janet Irving and Gavin Irving were the last people to see your son. They actually picked him up and brought him to their house. So they contacted the police with this information, and the police decided to ride along with them, escort them over to the Irvings to question them, to figure out what's going on, sort of check the premises. So the mother went over, they went over there, and Janet Irving confirmed, yes, I picked your son up. He came over here, but he came because he wanted to play with my child. And, I thought it was okay. You're wrong. It wasn't okay, first of all. And then second of all, she goes on to say, and then he just got up out of nowhere and decided to leave. He just left. I asked him, where are you going? And I don't think she even reported him giving an answer. He just got up and left. Now, my thing is, you picked him up and brought him to your house. So if he wanted to leave, it was your responsibility to put him in your car and drop him back off. That's how I see that. There's no getting around that at all. So at this point, it now becomes an official missing case for the police. Now it's missing. Now it's official. So they decide to, ping his cell phone, which they should have done initially. They should have done this October 30th when the parents realized their son was missing and the police got involved. That should have been the first thing they did. So they pinged his cell phone, and around this time and during those couple of days, they had a search team, family members, community members out searching for him. And so no one could locate him. But once they pinged his phone on November 3rd, a couple of hours after having this conversation with Janet Irving and Gavin Irving, they located the body of 15-year-old Quawan Bobby Charles in a sugarcane field. His initial autopsy stated that he drowned and he was either mangled or chewed on by aquatic animals. So sad. So at this point, now it's starting to get circulated in the news media. People are starting to bring more attention to it. And that's when, the family started, getting attention from activists and stuff like this. So they had a spokeswoman that went with them. And so they actually went to go see the body. And I don't think the mother could have stomached seeing it first. So the spokeslady for them went to go see the body, and she was so horrified by what she saw. So she told the mother, you should go see your son. The same way Emmett Till's mother went to go see her son, you need to go and see him. And so when she went to go see him, she came out the room screaming and crying. And she said she snapped a picture because she wanted the world to see the injustice that's going on here. This boy didn't drown, nor was he eaten by aquatic animals. Let me tell you, the sugarcane field that they're alleged that he drowned in, they said it's 2 feet of water. It's not even that high. And so after this, now all of a sudden the police decide that this is a investigation report. Now it's suspicious. It's a homicide. We're now conducting an investigation. So they recently, I think as of this past week, said that they had video confirming that the boy left the house alone and he was by himself for a period of time after leaving the house. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And so they're not releasing any more details about this pending investigation. And so it just leaves you with the eerie feeling that something foul is at play here, not only between the Irvings, but also the police. And I hope that they get the justice that they deserve. And I hope that this was foul play at the hands of other people who may have been racist, but certainly not people he considered to be his friends, Gavin Irving. And allegedly, Gavin is the one who gave him the dog. That is, that is so sad. So I will be staying tuned to this story. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think that the Irvings have something to do with this? Do you think that the police totally lacked in and delayed in responding effectively to the parents in their initial reporting of their son missing? Let me know what you thought. And as always, please hit the like button and please subscribe. Deuces.